this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of July 3rd through the 9th. This is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising signs. So Virgo, I am still using the Tarot of Mermaids deck along with the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I had a lot of positive feedback when it comes to these two decks, so I'm still using them. Let's see. Alright, Virgo. So at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Seven of Wands. Interesting. So the Seven of Wands can be sometimes a defensive energy. It can be you standing up for what it is that you want, standing up for yourself, standing up for your beliefs. But it is that warrior spirit. So it also can represent, you know, someone who's very passionate, very courageous, someone who's standing firm with what it is that they want. And they're not about to quit. They're not about to back down. So you actually have a very interesting spread. The overall energy for you, Virgo, for the week is actually the Chariot. So the Chariot, you know, I just want to point out, it is the ultimate victory card. And it is an empowered energy, and I can see here that some Virgos definitely have been maybe dealing with some difficulties. So for some of you, you're maybe moving away from those difficulties. For some of you, maybe you're empowered now. Maybe you're taking back your power. For some of you, with the Chariot, it also can represent you looking at two separate paths. So for some of you, maybe you're figuring out the direction that you want to move in and you're moving forward. For some of you, could be physically traveling. We're starting out with the Ten of Swords here. And for some of you with that Seven of Wands, with the Chariot, you know, for some of you are coming through maybe very passionate in regards to, you know, what it is that you want and actually moving forward, moving towards that. With the Ten of Swords here, this is you ending a difficult cycle within your life. The worst is now behind you. Now, if I remember correctly, for your July monthlies, for your July general reading, I believe you guys had some tens, if I remember correctly. If not, you know, maybe within the last few weeks for you Virgos, I might have seen a lot of tens come up in your spreads. Because tens represent cycles that are completing. And with the Ten of Swords, you know, the worst is now behind you. You're actually leaving a difficult period behind. And we see a nice progression here. We actually have the 9, the 10, and then we have the 1. So we see a nice progression. So for some of you, you're definitely in this process. You're maybe shutting the door on a difficult time within your life, and you're now moving on to that next chapter or something new with the Ace of Swords. This is a new beginning here. Ones represent new beginnings. With the Ace of Swords, you might have even maybe found something out for some of you, because it's a general reading. It might have been betrayal, but not for all of you. For some of you, could have just found something out. The Ace of Swords represents that truth or that clarity. So for some of you, maybe you see something clearly, or maybe you know the worst is now behind you. You're moving forward. With the Ace of Swords, this is another card of victory. So I think that many of you are going to be victorious when it comes to maybe slamming the door shut on a difficult time within your life, moving on, moving forward in some way, leaving some sort of difficult time behind. You're going to be successful with that. But here this week, for some of you, maybe you're speaking your truth. Maybe you're receiving the truth. There could be some sort of communication that's coming in. Maybe that's very significant. For some of you, I feel like you're speaking your truth. With the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Swords and the Chariot here, I feel like you're speaking your truth. And for some of you, don't allow fear with the Devil here. Don't allow fear to, you know, overpower you in some way. Remaining confident, standing your ground for some of you is going to be what's needed. But with the Devil and the Ten of Swords here, You know, you might have felt blocked, you might have felt stuck with the devil. This can be that restrictive sort of energy. For some of you, you feeling tied, feeling trapped, but with the Chariot here, you know, I feel like you're moving forward. Or for some of you, you could be gaining some sort of control with the Seven of Wands and the Chariot, having some sort of advantage here. Just stay out of your head. With the 9 and the 10 of Swords, this is that mental energy. You have some Swords cards here in this spread, so really needing to remain positive. Try not to overly worry. With the Devil, it can represent doing things in excess, and with this mental energy here, for some of you, maybe you're obsessing or you're really worrying unnecessarily, or really just stressing. You're way too much in your head. So for some of you, that's what you need to get control of. Maybe, you know, some of you simply speaking your truth and getting maybe something off your chest would be, you know, helpful for some of you. But make sure you're getting enough sleep. For some of you, for those of you that you haven't been getting enough sleep, something's been disrupting you, making you worry, making you lose sleep. With the Four of Swords here, I definitely see some of you now getting to rest, getting to recharge here. With the Four of Swords, you could be going off, spending some time alone, resting, recharging here, especially if you are a Virgo that was losing sleep. You know, even in the beginning of the week, if you were really, really stressing about something and worrying about something, you're going to get some sort of, you know, control of this here, I feel. And you are going to go off, you are going to rest. If you are waiting on news or communication, with the Knave of Swords, we have the Knave of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, and then we also have the Page of Wands. Oh, I had to sneeze, excuse me. With the two pages here, with the Page of Swords, it can represent delayed news, delayed communication. So I feel like some of you, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with some delays here. But it's not like a full-on blockage. I think that some of you are thinking the worst here with this energy. You're fearing the worst, but that news is coming in. It's on its way. With the Page of Wands, it's on its way. It's coming in. So if you're a Virgo that something was put off or something was delayed, news is delayed with coming to you, it's on its way. So again, there's really no need to worry, needing to remain positive. And maybe it's from, it could be from an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or it could be from even another earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, because we have the Queen of Pentacles here. You know, and this can always go both ways. So you could be this Queen of Pentacles here, and if you weren't expecting communication, or communication isn't delayed here, if you were putting something off, if you were procrastinating and you were putting something off, I feel like whatever that is, you're still going to communicate, you're still going to move forward. Maybe some of you are taking a break first, maybe some of you are going off and maybe figuring out exactly what you want to do with the Four of Swords here, but I think that you are going to, you know, figure things out, you're going to get grounded, and you are ultimately going to move forward, but really needing to remain positive. For some of you, maybe needing to vent, needing to speak your truth. You are looking, for some of you, I see you looking at two different paths that you can move down. And so maybe some of you are going off and spending some time alone and figuring out what it is that you're going to do, or the direction that you're going to move in. Let me pull you an additional guidance card. Additional guidance for Virgo for this upcoming week. Additional guidance for Virgo. Wow, look at this. This could not resonate more, Virgo. Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. I mean, this is amazing. I don't think it could resonate more, because some of you are fearing the worst. You're really in your head. You're worrying unnecessarily, needing really to remain optimistic. This is a nice confirmation that what it is that you're manifesting is going to happen. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit, which I don't really see you doing here. I see some of you going off, maybe taking a break here, but with the 7 of Wands, this is a person who's not backing down. So that's what you need to do. You need to, you know, stand firm with what it is that you want. Don't give up. Don't give in. You need to stay optimistic, because you're going to be successful. You actually have 2 cards of victory here in this spread, Virgo. Okay? So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And if you're interested in receiving a private reading from me, please head on over to northeasttarot.com. I do wish you all a wonderful week, Virgo. Take care.